Hello my wonderful Pisces, welcome to Pisces Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a general tarot love reading for Pisces in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. It is a general reading, so it won't resonate fully with every single person out there. Please always take what does resonate and leave what doesn't for somebody else. This is a timeless reading, it's whenever you come across it. And always, you can always reverse the roles if it's resonating for you the other way around. So if I'm saying this is how you feel about someone, this is how they feel about you. If it's resonating for you the other way around, just flip it. Okay, I'm going to jump straight into a spread for you, Pisces. This is about you and the person who's coming through in this reading. This could be someone very strongly on your mind or in your energy at this time, or just someone who wants to come through with a message. So bear in mind, it might not always be the person you think it's going to be about when you start watching the video who comes through. So I hope that you enjoy it, you find it useful in some way, or at least enjoyable, and I hope it resonates. So, we'll get the top 6 cards for my lovely Pisces, please, for their love reading today. Alright. Okay, at the bottom of the first deck we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, what I'm getting here is that someone in this situation, could be you Pisces, could be the person that's coming through, is has found some sort of clarity about the ability that they have to create abundance in their own life. They may have detached from another situation where there was a lot of tension going on, and taken some time to kind of heal from that, and sort of get their head straight, get some head space from that. There's definitely a sense of a newfound confidence that someone has that to create their own comfort and stability, that they can do it on their own. There may also be, because of that, a feeling of, if they were trying to balance their own life whilst trying to fight for someone else to kind of work with them, they now have this clarity that, well, if they're not going to work with me, then if I have to work alone, I can do so very successfully. Oof. It's a mixed bag is what I'm getting, because at the other end of the deck here we have the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, which talks about a very painful heartbreak or ending, or it could be a breakup, or it could just be, you know, what someone wanted seems to now be over and is not happening, and there was a lot of pain attached to that. But then we have the Sun, the Queen of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like someone's got their groove back, and maybe it was unexpected, because there's an element here of that they were trying to make it work with someone else for potentially quite some time, and they didn't want it to be over. It has come to an end, but it's like a surprising element of success that someone is experiencing in their life since that situation came to an end. Maybe since they were able to focus their attentions fully on their goals, give all their energy to, you know, just what they want to achieve, and you know, it's really paying off. It's almost an element of someone is doing better on their own than they were expecting to, since an ending has happened. But let's carry on. For anyone who's new here, I get 3 layers to the spread using 3 different decks, and then I'll go through the spread for you, and we'll get lots of detail in this reading. So can I get the top 6 cards again for Pisces, please? All right. Interesting. At the bottom of the second deck we have the 8 of Wands. Okay. The Two of Pentacles is underneath the Eight of Wands. which I point out because at the bottom of the first deck was the Nine of Pentacles. Underneath the Nine of Pentacles was the Two of Pentacles. So it's in exactly the same place, second card down. So let's see. So the Eight of Wands suggests some communication coming in, or someone thinking about sending some messages or getting the lines of communication back open. But there is weighing up the pros and cons. Someone's weighing up the pros and cons of maybe replying to someone's message. They could be confused about what is really being offered or what the potential of this really is. It's something feels very much up in the air, and also maybe like I'm seeing the infinity symbol, so just like, is it going to be the same old thing again? Like, we're just repeating a pattern here. Someone wants to find out if someone's belief system or beliefs or plans for the future, what they want, has that changed? Has anything changed since the last time we did this? Is kind of what I'm getting. I mean, there is a suggestion that someone is interested in moving forward and working and getting in, like becoming a team here, collaborating. You know, there has been potentially a bit of a time apart, or a time where someone has done a lot of reflecting and thinking about what they wanted, and they could have received some sort of clarity that they do really want long term. They do want something stable, something they can come home to, and it's not just about the quick flings or the attraction, that kind of thing. It's not just about the short-term connections. Someone may have it's almost like time has given them a new perspective on what they want, but wow. Ooh, seem very much mixed bag. At the bottom of the of this end of the deck, we have the Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So that can be you, Pisces. It's water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it can also talk about your counterpart. We have the Knight of Cups, but then there's like Three of Wands, Seven of Swords. This feels like, I would say, someone that you've known. Oh, wow. Talk about cycles. You may have gone through several cycles with this person before, where it never really reaches something concrete. And there is this sense of they might be coming back around here. And for anyone who's only wants to hear about the new, I can only read what the cards come out with. If it's not giving me that this is something new, I'm not going to say it, because that would be dishonest. Just to precursor that as well. So I aim to be like completely honest with my readings, so that's what you get from me. So anyway, there is something suggesting here that this is someone, potentially there is an offer or the opportunity for a new beginning, but someone is very dubious about where this is going to actually lead. Is someone going to deceive them? Is someone pulling the wool over their eyes, pretending now that they see the strength of the connection where they wouldn't admit to that before? They've never been able to kind of say that before, and the fact that they couldn't acknowledge the strength of the connection has already caused a lot of grief. It's weighed very heavily, and it's caused it's already put 10 swords in the back of the idea of this. So if they're now coming forward, there's definitely a skepticism about the long-term potential of this. So let me get the top 6 cards. Of course, the other thing is this could truly be someone new, and that skepticism comes from the experiences with someone in the past. But let's see. Let me get the top 6 cards again from this deck, please, for my lovely Pisces. All right. Wow. Okay. At the bottom of the third deck, we now have the Ten of Pentacles. So the bottom of the three decks, the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and now the Ten of Pentacles. And this is strongly giving me the sense of someone, I feel potentially you Pisces, but it could be the other way around. Let's just say you for now, really wanted the Ten of Pentacles with somebody, but it was like either a repeating cycle where it never led to that, or you know, you tried very hard, but you just couldn't get on the same page about moving forward towards that, and you kind of let it go. And in the meantime, you've had a lot of success on your own, and you feel much more positive about, you know, being on your own as a result. But it's like in the meantime, the person that you were trying to make it happen with before has now had potentially a change of heart or a change of mind about what they want. Maybe it's a catalyst, it's a factor that you're doing so well without them. But let's see, I haven't even seen what's underneath the Ten of Pentacles yet. So it does look like there's someone who maybe they've got some sort of wake-up call about they were caught in some toxic behavior patterns of maybe being quite flighty, and if so, it's really on their mind how they've got to that point, and it's almost like they weren't expecting to be at this place in their life right now, if that makes sense. Like they thought that this wouldn't necessarily be where they were at in this point of their life. And there's just this question of, I feel like this person's being quite judgmental to themselves right now, like quite harsh on themselves, is what I mean. They may have felt, there might be a child involved, potentially, or that's what they want, to have a family and to put down roots and like have a strong foundation. But there is a strong sense of burden on the connection because there's already been a detachment, because someone was neglecting the other person. So whether it's you who have detached from this Pisces because you felt neglected by them, or felt overlooked, or felt like they were making you feel like you weren't enough, that they were kind of reviewing your potential and being like, I don't know, I want to see what else is out there, and in the process making you feel like you were undervalued, effectively. So they are kind of hogtied by that has already happened. But okay. This is definitely someone thinking more long term now. At the bottom of this deck, at the other end, we have the Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords. But then we have the Seven of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Wands. So this is someone who, I feel like there was already been an ending with this person. You may have had to give yourself closure and kind of stand up for yourself, or other way around. Someone here did. They felt like they were letting someone walk all over their boundaries, or they were not even having boundaries with this person because they felt so strongly about them. And it could also all be that one person who has the boundaries, who, you know, has ambition, wants what they want of a secure family. Okay, let's get into the spread. So Pisces, how you're feeling about the person who's coming through in this reading. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I'm just going to say now, it's not really a spoiler, but in the next position is how this person feels about you, and one of the cards there is the Queen of Wands. So you've got that about each other. What I'm getting from how you feel about them is if you're receiving a message, from them, it's like I keep getting like, oh, how the tables have turned. Now this person is reaching out to you. This could have been someone that you were trying to show affection for. The thing is that the Queen of Wands doesn't chase. She is chased. Now she can be a man in real life. It's not about gender, but just the attachment of energy to the Queen of Wands card is someone who is chased. So you may be feeling pretty confident, pretty good about yourself right now, Pisces, and also that you might feel like you've had a glow up, not necessarily just purely physical, but energetically, and of self-confidence and self-esteem has risen. Yours has, and you feel quite empowered and quite, yeah, you feel attractive. That's kind of what I'm getting, but also that you wield the power now because of that. Not the power, but the ball is in your court potentially. You could feel like if you're receiving a message from this person, you can decide what you want to do with it. It's definitely a shift, I would say, with that Wheel of Fortune, of from maybe potentially in the past when you were trying to make it work with this person and you thought that was the way to be happy, and that you wouldn't have that same sense of satisfaction if you were just doing your thing on your own. But I feel that's changed now. So tell me anything else about how Pisces is feeling about this person. Knight of Swords, and then the deck split to show the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Wands again. So there's a lot of attraction going on here, especially with this Nine of Cups card. Is also, it's two people in an embrace. It's very sensual and like enjoying each other, and there's a lot of romance and lust attached to it for sure. And the Knight of Swords is maybe it's communication again. So it's you could be hearing from this person out of the blue, and in a way that tells you that they have been admiring you, let's just say. And that could be making you feel really good as well, that it's this way round. Tell me more how Pisces is feeling about them. Wow. 10 of Cups. Ace of Swords. At the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, I was kind of... and the deck did split when the Ace of Swords came out to show the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. But it's what I was saying a moment ago about how you feel like they were constantly reviewing your worth, and potentially that you might feel like they were comparing you against other options, or even options they hadn't met yet, but just like, I think I could do better kind of a feeling. But it's now that the clarity that you were always worth investing into, obviously. Again, that's what I'm saying. It could be making you feel that sense of vindication and making you feel very happy. But also there's still that Queen of Swords, a little bit of a bite to it of like, well, I'm really happy that you've now acknowledged this. It's satisfying. It's even if you've given yourself that sense of self-confidence, it's still like a bit, I'm getting like, oh, it's still nice to know that you finally got realised. But the Queen of Swords, it's still a bit like, well, ball is in my court, it's now up to me, because you were acting before like I wasn't necessarily worth it. So I'm glad you've realised now, but I don't know, I've got to think about it. Anything else? So the Ten of Wands and the Hierophant came out together. You might feel like this person was really weighed down by what they were telling themselves, or like outdated or twisted beliefs, maybe about commitment, because at the bottom of the deck when that came out we have the Fool, and then underneath it is the Ten of Pentacles. So why is the Ten of Wands with the Hierophant? you might feel like they were holding on to rules that were hindering them. Maybe rules about commitment. What's this Ten of Wands and the Hierophant? The Four of Wands. And the deck split to show the Queen of Swords and the Empress. So again, the Four of Wands is another card of marriage and union. So I don't know if this person was heavily affected by a divorce, whether it was a divorce that they'd experienced themselves, or it was a divorce that, for example, their mother had experienced, which was so... Because the Empress is like a wife and a mother. The Queen of Swords can be a divorcee. I don't know if this was this kind of... They were brought up to believe that union commitment would only ever lead to a lot of pain. I don't know, if this is someone who witnessed their mum experience something like that, then yeah. Let's just, let me grab one of these. Anything else about how Pisces is feeling? So, which I was seeing them at the start, the bottom of one of the decks, how there was something about you wanting to know first if their thoughts about commitment had changed now. Anything else about how Pisces is feeling? Commitment and hoping has come out. Commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity, hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. How is Pisces feeling about this person? Anything else? Chemistry came out. Attraction, spark, and passion. Yeah, there's a lot of passion going on between you two. At the bottom of the deck, resistance. Suppressing. So you may feel like this person, you had this feeling that they were aware of this is it. It's like very frustrating for you if you felt this strong connection with this person and they refused to acknowledge it. Like, the chemistry could have been off the charts with you two. And the thing is, this is very much gives me that they maybe were a commitment phobe, and you're really hoping that their thoughts and beliefs on that have changed. But you want to know more as well before proceeding. Anything else? Wow. Cloudy Judgment came out in reverse, which is illusions, unbalanced, distorted, came out in reverse. And Soulmates fell out, deep love, unity, connection. Wow. This is it, like, you might feel like they had a very distorted idea of what commitment meant. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Trapped. Stuck, tied down and captive. And influences, attachments, third parties and peers. This strongly tells me that from your side you feel like this person has a very like I said, a very distorted idea of what commitment means. And that it's probably that that distortion is that being committed to someone is the equivalent of being trapped, and like the very old-fashioned ideas of like ball and chain, and you know, well, once you're in a commitment, that's the end of your life. You're like, you can't have fun anymore, you can't explore, you can't, etc. You're just a captive to the person that you're in the relationship with. With that influences card, could be the influence of obviously friends, family, but I'm strongly getting like could be the influence of what they've seen. It doesn't have to be their own family member, but like someone they care about a lot has gone through in relation to the end of a commitment that like impaired their judgment on what commitment meant. So moving forward, how they're feeling about you, Pisces, we have the King of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So we've got the King of Swords, it's air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We've got the Queen of Wands, again, how you feel about each other, which is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. and that Ace of Wands, which is more fire and it's more passion. But the thing is, it's very much tempered here by that King of Swords, which is a very like tight-lipped energy. Someone who doesn't, it, like, has a poker face, doesn't really let people know what they're really feeling or really thinking. They're trying to, they feel like they need to remain very hard to, what's that phrase? Like hard to crack or hard to read. They want to, they feel like they need to remain hard to get, if that makes sense. Like there needs to be some element of mystery about them or stoicism about them. But the thing is that they, what they're trying to conceal is the level of attraction and passion that they feel for the Pisces. Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands, I mean, very lustful, very attracted to you, Pisces, but they're trying to be like, what? I don't, Pisces who? Like, listen, it's a bit of a bluff going on from this person. It's a bit of, why is that? Why are they doing that with the King of Swords? Tell me more about how this person's feeling about Pisces. Why the King of Swords? Four of Swords and the Moon. The Four of Swords came out on top of the Queen of Wands. So this person's giving me that they feel like they need to act like this, like a little bit hard to decipher, or, you know, not be upfront or wear their heart on their sleeve about how they're feeling about you, because you've gone quiet and they don't know what's going on with you. Could there be another person in the picture already? So they don't want to make their feelings or passions or desires, like, lay it all out on the line for you to be like, oh, I'm seeing someone else now. So there has been this time out of talking between the two of you, which has led to them not knowing what's going on with you. I mean, from what I can see, you're very single. Not very single, but like, you know what I mean? You are single and thriving and doing very well. And if anything, just focused, like, not on trying to make a love affair work at the same time as run your life. You're just focusing on running your life. So, but they don't know that. So tell me more about how this person is feeling about Pisces. They feel like they made some errors of judgment in where they were putting their effort into before. Tell me about that. Yep, and they're very stressed about that. What is this? Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? The Magician in reverse. Oh, God. So they feel like they do now know that they want to have another chance with you, Pisces. They're very clear. The Three of Wands came out with the Judgment card crossing it, that they want to resurrect this. And with the Ace of Wands, that is a passionate new start. And this Three of Wands in this deck talks about someone who's very clear about what they want to manifest for their future. But they also feel, and this might be why there's that element of holding their cards very close to their vest, because they may well have invested elsewhere instead of you, and it did not go well. We've got the Seven of Pentacles that came out with the Magician in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles card, you can see that on the, like, he's tried to plant seeds in a barren wasteland that were, and he's like, oh, why haven't they grown into abundant trees? It's like there was nothing there. for, like, the conditions were not right for that situation to grow where they tried to make it happen. And then we have the Magician in reverse, which is all about, like, unsuccessfully making something happen. This would be like if you think of a magician or a wizard trying to mix up a successful potion, and instead of, like, you know, they get the required product, they get, like, it explodes and smoke in the face kind of thing. This probably blew up in their face. And I say that as well because the other three cards that came out was the Ten of Wands, the Moon, and the Five of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. This might also be that this person is very trapped by the fear that this will lead to an argument with the two of you. Tell me about why the Five of Wands with the Moon. Two of Swords and Temperance at the bottom of the deck. They could be worried that you'll be like, no chance. I've healed. I'm over this, and I don't want to know. That your perspective on them will have changed, and you don't see the potential in them now. It's like the shoe's on the other foot. Anything else about how they're feeling about Pisces? Oh, the karmic relationship card came out in reverse. And turmoil and fleeting. And the bottom of the deck is the Sword and the Rose, which is clarity and truth, revelations, determination. I don't know if this person previously just thought that you were some sort of karmic connection or something that was just maybe too intense, like it would burn out just as quickly, and that maybe that you triggered them, or you triggered unhealed parts of them, and this was just like a lesson. I mean, they might not use the term karmic relationship, but they might have just thought that Pisces was to teach me about things that I thought that I dealt with and I haven't. And now, well, that's in reverse, and they seem to have some clarity. So tell me more about how they're feeling about Pisces now. Poker face. Yeah, you're telling me. Not showing their hand. They do seem quite emotionally blocked. Or they have a blockage when it comes to expressing their feelings or acknowledging them. Twin flames. Yin, yang and balance, union and duality, complement polar opposites. You could be quite different from each other. I mean, the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands are very different to each other in their, like, energies. So they might have thought before that you were too different as well. I get the sense that they're quite infatuated with you, Pisces, but they are, as I said, playing it ice cold. Oh, yeah. The Pride came out, arrogance, ego, and stubborn, and then the bottom of the deck is cloudy judgment, which we already saw in reverse. So they don't want to admit the fact that their judgment on the matter before was distorted, and that led potentially to them making a bad call, which we are human, we are fallible. Sometimes we make stupid decisions or bad judgment calls, but it's like, this could be someone who can't really admit when they make a bad call. Anything else for how they're feeling about Pisces? Sorrow, loss, grief, and depression, and distance, separation, space, and blockage. See, I did get the sense from the start that you have distanced yourself from this person as a result of them neglecting or refusing to acknowledge the connection between the two of you. Now, they might not have thought that that would affect them, because as far as they were concerned, you know, you guys were too different, or this was just something to like, that they had to take the lessons from and leave, and that was all it was for in their life, and they might not have expected for it to have affected them as much as it has, the distance between the two of you. So how they're viewing you, Pisces, we have the Four of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. So the Four of Swords, again, tells me that they're viewing you as essentially not talking to them right now. You've gone quiet. They may view you with that Nine of Cups as having everything, all your wishes or your heart's desire are kind of becoming a reality, or you're just very happy right now, and you're enjoying your life as well, and you have the ability to make it happen. Like, if there's something that you want, you take it not just from like, oh, that would be nice, like just fantasizing about it. You make it a reality so that you like have a very, like, you're making the most of life to enjoy every moment, is how they're viewing you. Now, the other aspect here is that they're having to view you purely in their fantasies and purely in their daydreams right now, because this Four of Swords, Nine of Cups combination is very dreamy. They might be dreaming about you, or they might be daydreaming about you, and just fantasizing about what the two of you could have had if they had worked with you, if they had gone into like collaborated with you, if they'd got on board and worked together with you, all that could be possible. Okay, let's see. Anything else about how they're viewing Pisces right now? Could also, that Nine of Cups can talk about the fact that they're viewing you as their wish fulfillment, as everything that they could want, and that the two of you could have. It's almost like they're thinking that they actually could. Their life would have been better to have you in it with them, kind of helping them as well to succeed. They might view you as someone who has great ideas, or is like talented or creative, something like this. Tell me anything else about how they're viewing Pisces, please. Seven of Cups. Four of Cups in reverse with the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Cups. Oof, that is all cups, basically. Seven of Cups, Four of Cups in reverse, Knight of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups in reverse? Ten of Pentacles. Yep. This is someone who was not interested in having the Ten of Pentacles with you before, Pisces, and they're now thinking Pisces is my be-all and end-all, my family, my long-term, the person I want to build a foundation with. But as much as they are, this is the Seven of Cups card in the deck that I've used, you see how it's like creating monsters out of shadows on the wall. It's essentially catastrophizing or thinking up the worst possible scenarios. So equally, this person's thinking about you a lot with this Four of Swords card, but then also both of these, the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Cups, and these two different decks. You know, it's like they are thinking about you, and half the time maybe they're fantasizing about what they wish could be happening between the two of you right now, but then half of the time they're imagining the worst possible case scenario, that you've changed your mind, that you're no longer reachable to them. And yeah, Four of Cups in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles. They probably can't believe that they didn't see it with you, as they now see it very clearly. Why is this Three of Pentacles card here? Why is the Three of Pentacles card here? Mm. Wow. They are viewing you as the person that they would want to be with for the... If they were going to change their whole life from what they're up to right now, like what their status is, where they're living, how they're living, if they were going to change for anyone, they would want it to change to be with you. I've got the Death card that came out, and then the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's a strong sense of looking towards their future, and the only future that this person can see is one where they're building with you. Okay, let's move on. What is their current situation, Pisces? We have the Moon, the Magician, and the Two of Wands. So, the thing is, this person's current situation is that they are kind of in the dark of what's going to happen. They are... they're trying to make something materialize. They're trying to make what they want materialize, but they're... No, it's both. They don't know. There's still that level of uncertainty of like they're in like a place of limbo of like they're not firmly secure on what is going to happen. But it's also giving me that there could be someone who, it's either them and they are trying to make things happen and cause an influence on you to have a new beginning with them, but they're trying to make that influence happen in secret. Like, so they could be pulling some sort of strings in the background that you don't know about to... kind of so that your two paths meet again. It's not like and you think it's kind of just by happenstance, but you don't know that this person's actually been kind of organized. Even if that sounds drastic, but it could be like they are organizing to make sure that the two of you are at a social gathering or like a party or something, or a specific event. You're both there at the same time, but you have no idea that they're kind of strategizing or planning about that, and so that your two paths meet is what I keep getting. I think that's the strongest message, but let me find out a little bit more about this then. Tell me about this Magician. Tell me about the Magician. The Hierophant. Empress, and at the bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands, which is one of the three cards that's already here. Two of Wands. The other thing is that that influence I was talking about could be coming externally, because the Hierophant is going back to that kind of like what they were brought up believing, or what they were kind of told repeatedly in a very important, like, formative stage, or that they were constantly, like, the environment that they were in, again, potentially with a mother, of what they learnt from that important figure in their life. That could be what is kind of influencing them. I don't know if it's still influencing them, like now. This person is still kind of reinforcing that kind of way of thinking. Page of Swords. What's this Page of Swords? Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I mean, someone here is thinking, I'm not enough, basically, with that combination. They are... And the Five of Pentacles here as well. This is someone believing that they are lacking. What's going on? Tell me about their current situation. Nope, it's too many. Tell me about their current situation. What's this influence? Wow. Perspective in reverse came out. Better off, happiness, clear headspace, but that's in reverse. Why is perspective in reverse? Intimacy in reverse. Bonding, sensual, confiding. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. Well, they're literally running away from intimacy. Oof, curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Oof, well, it's giving me strongly that this person's current situation is heavily influenced, and it might even be in like, they might not 100% know that this is going on, that there is a strong influence. It could be a mother figure, it doesn't have to be, or it could just be about that what someone has been taught about the divine feminine or women, for example. But it could, you know, flip it if it's other genders around, but I'm just saying that because the Empress is here. It could be what someone has been taught about women or wives or whatever, or mothers. It's very a very negative way of thinking. It is almost like a curse that someone has been taught these things, because it's blocking them from achieving like a comforting level of intimacy with someone they feel. So when they feel the strength of the connection, like something like this, they want to run away from it because they associate the getting that close to someone as this will lead to disaster, let's just say. Anything else about their current situation? It's heavily influencing. This unseen influence is impacting the course of their life. Now, it could be that they are realizing that this is an element. It could be something that they're working on, because the dragonfly came out sideways, first of all, which is finding out and change, things coming to light and heal. And then the chaser came out, and hammer, sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing, and shock is at the bottom of the deck. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise and epiphany, transformation. And I mean, even this Nine of Swords that I've seen several times touch this person, that is the essentially almost like this hex card, this curse card of negative mind. Someone has basically cursed this person with this way of thinking. Now, but what it's giving me is that this person could be getting to the core of this, if you like, and it could be the realization that that is their fear of intimacy and their need to run away from it, and the feeling that they're not good enough, or there won't be enough, and that they will be hurt and abandoned, or, you know, is, yeah. basically they could be realizing it and coming to the realization that that is what has been blocking them, and it's not actually been an association with, it's not been you, Pisces, it's been their stuff that's been projecting onto you about, which has been blocking them. Right, let's move on. So the action that they're going to take towards you next, though, Pisces, we have the Nine of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Now, the thing is, with this Nine of Wands card, this is someone this person is still coming through as someone who's pretty bruised and beaten up, and like they feel, I don't want to say victim, but they are coming through as like a bit of a, maybe they're feeling victimized in some way, or that they deserve sympathy, which but it's almost like, how am I getting? It's like this sense of a little bit of, well, it's that pride and ego is also, they don't want to take the wall down and open up fully. They're still coming through as kind of like, you should just feel sorry for me. You should go above and beyond in terms of your understanding and patience, and maybe we should be able to just move forward. You know, give me a break here kind of thing is what I'm getting. It's also almost like a little bit of like hurt or resentful towards you, Pisces, that you've been moving on with your life, or that you might still be moving on and you might not be giving them another chance. Because, I mean, it's almost like a bit of a... They want someone to blame, is what I'm getting, who is not them, and is not the person who was the influence for their way of thinking. They want someone else to blame. They don't want to fully take responsibility is kind of what I'm getting. And that is unfortunately leading to the conflict with this Five of Swords of what they're saying to you is not maybe coming out right, or isn't the message that they're actually wanting to get through to you is not coming through clearly. It's kind of, again, still distorted, because they can't just say what they've been dealing with, what they've realised. They probably can't also still say that they were wrong, or that they made a poor judgment. Tell me about the action that they're going to take towards Pisces, please. Oh, 53 minutes already, God. It's flown by. Tell me about the action they're going to take towards Pisces next, please. Five of Wands in reverse, okay, and Temperance is at the bottom of the deck, which that is a strong sense of seeing the other person's perspective. It's a strong sense of compromise and conflict resolution. But why is the Five of Swords here, then, in the action that they're going to take? Why the Five of Swords? Because also I don't like the fact that it's like this. Like, as I'm looking at it, the Six of Swords is leading to the Five of Swords. This is like someone trying to reconcile, but because they're still in this very like wounded energy of like, they might still have a bit of a resentment or a bit of a chip on their shoulder towards you, Pisces, that you distanced yourself from them, even if it was completely fair that you did. It's almost like their attempts, because of that, their attempts to move things forward with you leads to the Five of Swords, which is like a step backwards. What's this Five of Swords about? Why? The King of Swords. Yeah. There's that they're coming through consistently as the King of Swords, which is like, see, even in this card, the guy is like a suit of armor. You can't even see that there's a person inside. And yes, they are delivering a message. They are communicating with their sword pointing up there. But, you know, it's like they still won't let you in. And that is the same with this Nine of Wands energy. They still don't want to be vulnerable, don't want to open up, don't want... Okay, so anything else about the action they're going to take towards Pisces? The Chariot, okay. Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Where is the Chariot here? Page of Pentacles, which is right back at the beginning. Remember, that's how you're feeling about them, and I was saying how you're probably going to be receiving a message from them. Why the Chariot though? The Four of Wands and the Sun. And the Nine of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. It's almost like it feels like they're not giving you much to work with. They're being very unemotional and detached in the way they're communicating with you, but they are trying to get closer to you. Just like they're wanting to see how you react and see what you do first before they take it further. Anything else about the action they're going to take towards Pisces? Definitely a sense of reminiscing with you. Action. Wow. So why that Five of Swords? Why the Five of Swords? There's too many. Why is the Five of Swords here in the action they're going to take? Okay, so return came out, which is second chance, opportunity, making amends, and then at the bottom of the deck is apology, forgiveness, return, and sorry. But what's so? It could just be that they are like, it's just not going to be easy in terms of the communication about moving forward. Like, I do see that they are not stressed, no longer stressed about the idea of commitment. They are very, like, foundation came out, which is established family and security and commitment. Again, marriage, promises, fidelity. And stress came out in reverse, which one of the words is argument. So again, there's that conflict resolution and getting, seeing each other's point of view, etc. But it might just be that the way they're doing it seems tense, or maybe there's some conflict to work through. Tell me about the Five of Swords. And one more time. Five of Swords in the action. I think this person's just going to really struggle with actually apologising, because return and apology came out on top of that Five of Swords. This person definitely is striking me that they can't admit when they have made a bad judgment call, or they didn't see things fully from your side or your perspective before. Maybe they were too wrapped up in either what they've been brought up to believe or what they were feeling at the time. There is still a bit of like, yeah, but poor me attached to them, even though it's quite difficult to apologize to someone if you still feel like, yeah, but they did me wrong. It's like, I don't know. It's a tricky one. I don't want to say this person has like a victim mentality, because I don't think that's the case, but I think they're struggling to say sorry, basically, to be able to really move this forward. So how you're feeling about... Oh, sorry. No, we did that ages ago. What's going to be happening between the two of you going forward, Pisces? So we've got the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Tower. I didn't even see this combination was here before. So talk about someone who can't apologise with the Eight of Swords and the Page of Cups. Wow, But yeah, there is this sense of, though, that as much as you might consider talking to this person again. You might consider reopening lines of communication. They may well, you know, you both might want to rip each other's clothes off, and they may now be viewing you as their married partner, like future married partner, future mother of their children or father of their children or whatever. But, you know, it's like, are we actually going to discuss the matter of why we stopped talking, like, in the first place, or why we haven't talked for a while? It's like, it's what's going to be, let me just clarify, because that tower is staring at me. Let's use the classic right away for this one. Why the tower? Because what I'm essentially getting is that if they're still unable to open up, and you're waiting for them to open up, they're kind of still trying to avoid opening up and making themselves vulnerable or showing any weakness, which is not weakness, but they associate with showing emotion as weakness. If they're unable to do that and you're waiting for them to do that, there's kind of like you two are at an impasse and that could lead to the situation dissolving again with the tower. But let's see. Why is the tower here? 5 of Cups. Eight of Swords with the Knight of Cups. It's two almost the same cards again. I just showed you the Eight of Swords and the Page of Cups. That's from 2 other decks. And then the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Cups comes out. This person is really sorry that things have played out with you the way they have. And they are probably very regretful because they didn't see who you were to them before. And they are very regretful about it, but the problem is that they are so stuck about expressing emotion. Is the tower like another tower? Or is it about the past? No, it's about the past, I think. Because the Hanged Man card came out with the Page of Cups in reverse. Like that. And Judgment in reverse. The Tower is that they made a poor judgment call in the past, that they didn't express their feelings. The Tower could also be the realization hitting that their perspective on you, Pisces, was completely skewed before. And we also have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, that they could have, they shortchanged basically their perfect counterpart. And the Tower is also that you may no longer want them, even if they don't want it to be over. But Ace of Pentacles has fallen out, but then the Nine of Swords is at the bottom of the deck again. It's almost like this person, it could also be what's going to be happening is this person fully realizing what they could have lost here. But they're still so up in their head and transfixed with the worry of trying to make another beginning happen with you, and also really stuck on how to express themselves emotionally. Anything else about what is going to be happening? Let's use this one actually. What's going to be happening between Pisces and this person going forward? Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, struck by love. What's going to be happening between Pisces and this person? The golden mirror is in reverse, which is narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed and one-sided, is in reverse. and healthy choices, self-love and self-care, being happier, love and life. You might feel like this person, they were completely self-absorbed, and what you were trying to make happen before was one-sided, and they were only interested in, like, focused on how they feel about things, how things have affected them. So you might be, like, as I said from the very start, you might be realizing that you're doing very well not trying to make it work with this person, which could be an element of this Tower, as much as they're realizing now that they are struck by love, if you like, with you, you're realizing that you'll want to make healthy choices. And if this person still can't express their feelings because of their own wounded ego, then you may, it's kind of compounding what you thought, that maybe you're better not trying to make it work with them. It's going to be happening between Pisces and this person. Right. Also, if you might be hanging out with someone else, I kind of get the sense this person's going to be watching. Anything else? So what's going to be happening between Pisces and this person? Well, return again. Second chance, opportunity, pride in reverse. Interesting. We thought that was definitely an issue. Hoping. What are they hoping for? What are they hoping? God. Only you, devoted, attached and craved. So they're hoping that you're still haven't got eyes for anyone else but them, Pisces. Bluff is at the bottom of the deck, which I'm not surprised, says pretending mask. And soulmates, deep love, unity, connection, running and distracted. They might also be realizing that they ran from this because well, obviously for lots of reasons. Number one, fear of intimacy and fear of commitment, but they may have run straight into a very shallow connection, which was that Seven of Pentacles we saw, which was trying to build in a barren wasteland, basically. They might be realizing that actually you are the healthier choice as well. But it's just going to all depend on whether they can actually get past this wounded ego element, put their pride aside, and actually express how sorry they are, how much they miss you, how much you mean to them. It's all going to come down to that, but I definitely see that they are really wanting to make this happen with you. They're just kind of going about it in a very awkward way, which could cause there to be some challenges in this. But that's what I've got for you this time, Pisces. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful for someone out there, and I hope it resonated. Please do leave me a comment and let me know if it did. Please hit the like button, the thumbs up button for me. It means the world. It really helps the video and the channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love to have you, so please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I put up a new video. I wish you all my best. I'll speak to you soon, my lovely Pisces. Bye.